Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to benchmarking in business analysis course. Today, I am going to introduce quickly some important aspects of Tableau software. These tools has a lot of capability to help you in your future, uh, for your next career, for your data analysis, for going depths of data to recognize and explore some kind of pattern, some insight in your data to create some kind of knowledge, some kind of great decision. But in this short tutorial today, I am going to focus only on a comparison, benchmarking aspect of the Tableau. And the good point of this short training course is how Tableau make your board of director, make your imagine you are working in one investment company, which is going to select the 10 top successful startup in the market for the next future investment. And in this example, by one real data about 100 1000 excuse me 1000 startup in the USA. I am going to make one great comparison. Why great? Because it's not only comparison in one aspect. We are going to comparison in different aspect and combine several KPI to enhance the process of decision making in your board of director. Uh, how your board of director in a very short time, by your exploration and exploration from a lot of set of data, a pool of data, make the best decision by visualization, by your innovation, by your effort on uh, create a very beautiful dashboard. Okay, let's directly jump to the main part. Before I start the tools, it's very important for you to exactly make a sense for yourself. In the last few sessions, we are talking about okay, what's benchmarking? The main purpose of benchmarking is comparison, comparing, measurement, and we are several times talk about okay, what we can put in our dashboard, which kind of content, how we can uh, collect this kind of data for my dashboard. And after that, about art part art part of our dashboard, statistic part of our dashboard. We are talking about this knowledge, this aspect of the dashboard. We are talking about impact of our dashboard. It's not important only be a constant user interface of our dashboard. User experience is very important, and impact is much more important than all of them. How we can create one dashboard to be much more effective, influence to our audience is very important. And in this session, in agenda is, at first I'm going to okay, which kind of graph we can put in our dashboard. It's very important, which kind of chart. And after that, I am going to bring one real example for you, one real challenge for you in real world, and in, and leverage Tableau to deal with that challenge in the one real world board of director meeting. Okay, we have four type of chart. The first you can find you can find all of these type of chart in Microsoft Office, Excel. It's not very new and top. The first type of data, a graph, a chart is relationship chart. In relationship chart, we have a set of dependent variable, and we are going to understand and find the correlation and relationship between each factor together. And the second type of chart is composition. The main purpose of composition is, again, we have some set of variable, but apart variable, and the point of that is all of these variable make up the whole chart, independent of each other, apart each other. And the first two type of charts, relationship and composition, and event distribution is not in the scope of this course. But in distribution chart, the main purpose of that is its collection of data to show how it's correlated and how help us to understand the future behavior of our ecosystem. Okay, if at the moment our data correlated in bell shape, in gauss shape, in normal shape, we can imagine the next step, the next data could be in this shape, could be in this distribution. Anyway, in most of them, we are going to in relationship distribution, we are going to find interaction. But in this module, benchmarking, as at the first day, we are talking about comparison, comparing this kind of stuff, measurement. We are going to focus on comparison. Comparison is collects different type of data that make up that make up a graph. But the point is this data, this set of data are apart each other, and we are going to understand how interact, like for example, imagine a stock market. We are going to find the share price of Apple company and Samsung company, both company apart each other, and by in a time x axis we can find the interaction of each graph in compared to each other. One of them is upwarding, one of them downwarding, one of them top down. In this comparison, we can find different type of chart: line chart, bar chart, and column chart. In our example, I am going to mostly talk about column chart, bar chart, even a little bit scatter chart. And here there is not a tree chart, but I'm going to talk a little bit about tree chart also. It's very useful in data science and data analysis. And in the next few minutes, you can find how this kind of chart will help us. Okay. Very briefly, Tableau is not the only tools for visualization as a part of data science. We have several very powerful tools, same as Jupyter, same as Google Cloud. Kaggle, but most of them need coding. Maybe in future, if we have any free time, I am going to represent for example, Python code, and I will demonstrate how this few line of chart can be able to make a very beautiful graph for us. But the point of Tableau as the strongest tools in the market is it's drag and drop. By copy and paste, you can create your graph. It's very easy. You can see in only 10 minutes, we are going to convince our board of directors which companies, which startups are the best in the market, and it's valuable for us to invest on them. Okay. The real challenge in the real world is, imagine you're working in one investment company. This venture capital try to find the best 10 startup in the market, and you have a pool of data, pool of 1,000 potential company startups, which we are going to select the best one or the 10 top for investment. At the first, we have to define the best KPI. I bring the KPI for you. Which company has the best revenue, less expense, more growth. And the point is, in this presentation, you learn, okay, it doesn't matter for me, has more revenue. The point is, at the end of the year, I'm looking for the more benefit, more profit. Profit is revenue minus expense. I'm looking for one graph, for one visualized data to show me, to exactly illustrate for me, combine it of both KPI. Okay, by considering low expense and high income, which company are the best? Combined KPI is very important. How Tableau help us? We are going to find this trick, this technique. And growth is important. Some company also at the moment has less income, less high income, less expense, but in compared to big company, its size is small, but it has a very exponential growth. It's very important. And please pay attention in our example, because of lack of time, we are going to limit ourselves only to 2015, not more. Okay, let me jump to Tableau. Okay, let me open Tableau desktop. The good point of Tableau is it's compatible with most famous database in the market and software. You can import or even export. You can import data from Excel, PDF format, CSV, or even from different kind of database, MySQL, SQL, HANA, PWS, Azure. But we are going to import our data from Excel. Okay, my data at the moment is imported to the Tableau. But before I start directly Tableau, let me explain my data. You can find here some data for 1,000 company, a startup. The first sheet overview is the name of the company, industry, the name of the industry which that startup is active in, and the establishment year and number of employment and the state which based it, the company and the city. And in the second sheet, you can find some financial detail about revenue, expense, and growth in 3 different years: 2013, 14, and 15. Based off our challenge, we are going to focus only on 2015. Okay, we have two sheet with 1,000 company data, and yeah, you see here after import and upload our data, we have a financial sheet here, and you can see, yeah, just in one drag, you bring your data here. In Tableau, we have four different type of join, but in our example, we are only focused on inner. It's not the scope of this tutorial to talk more about others. Okay, just randomly let me check to be sure the transformation and upload probably done. Do you see, for example, number 7? Number 7 is black line company, and here is black line. Yeah, okay, this one is correct. Yes, number 7 black line, and run one, for example, number 15 again as a one random check. The company name is Lexinomics, and yeah, Lexinomics here. It means, yeah, the join perfectly done by Tableau. Okay, let me jump to worksheet. Here you can see or dimension and measure. The difference between dimension and measure in Tableau is, dimension is the name of the field, and measure is the data, is the value of each field. It's very easy definition and differentiation between both measure and dimension. And the point is, you can define your graph, your axis of your graph based on measure and dimension. But before I start, let me define my dimension instead of group by data, group by folder. It's a little bit better for my analysis. Yes, group by folder. And based off our challenge, our board of directors looking for 2015 data, and they are going to make decision based off the last progress of that company. Because of that, it's better we get it right from other data, and we can sort our data by create different folder. Let me create, for example, 2013. I don't need at the moment this data. Let me click 1, 2. Yes, 2013, 2014. Then at the moment we are facing to 1,000 company. Imagine, and 3 KPI. Imagine more than 10 KPI, more than million companies or million record. And in this kind of classification, make your mind much more organized for next analysis. 2014. Good. And 2015. Okay. Okay, good. At first, just one very, very small, not very small error, but impractical if you don't correct it now. When I'm going to next step, if you don't pay attention to this rule, maybe you will face two more error message. If you take a look, most of times dimension should be in blue and measure should be in green. You see here, you see year founded in green. It's one conversion error by Tableau, one analysis error by Tableau. You should prove this one before a start. If you drag and drop up year of founded in time measure, and again drag and drop it to the first position, yeah, that one is also blue. Just correct it at the first step before you start your main phases. Okay, at the first point, I am going to define the number of startup in each year. Okay, let's start with two simple chart. Before I start, let me get right from duplicated data. For example, I can easily hide this one, and even name, I have two names. Let me hide this one also. Okay, the rest of that is okay. I don't need 2013, 14, only 2015. Okay, the first one, for example, imagine you need a straightforward design one column chart about founded year, the number of founded company in each year. Yes, it means you should put a year of founded at your column, okay, and do you see, just by one drag and drop, and the number of company on each year, the number of record as your row. Okay, that's it. You can find in each year how many company very easily. Even if you are going to define different color, for example, you can drag and drop year to the color, and again year founded here. Yeah, different color. You can change your color, for example, for each year, or maybe no, for example, you want to clear for your board of director, for example, 2014. For example, for board of director is important, only focus on 2014, 12, and 11. You define 199 till 2010 by blue, and the rest of them different color, very easily. In this part of this tutorial, we are going to talk about grouping. Grouping, when you are in board of director meeting, you should easily be able to play with your data. You should that much expert to be flexible to produce and generate report based off what they need to make decision. Okay, maybe they need grouping. Grouping by color, but just looking back to the original graph and make all of them blue. Okay, or maybe board of director is not interested on for example year number one, before 2009 company. You can just by click and select company If you see here some item, some format, some kind of command. In this tutorial, I am going to use set and group to create the better report. Let me group 199 till 2008. Do you see at the moment put all and calculate a summation of all number of company from 99 to 98 2008 in just one column, because board of directors are not interested on the before 2009. If you want to if you want to change the name of your group here, exactly, you can click on edit group. You can change, for example, before 2009, it's the new name, and in your column, for example, 999, one name, which I believe is much more easier to remember compared to that line and previous name. Okay, yes, that's it. Apply, and okay, and now, okay, it's the main name, and now here you can find the only. Just let me check again what happened here. Rename, rename is okay. Create an edit group. In edit group, yeah, it's not edited. Oh, okay, I didn't change it. Okay, it's still just 199 till 2008. Okay, now it's changed, and apply, and okay. Yes, now you see the name is 99 2018. A very short name. In grouping, maybe you are decide in your meeting to add one more year to this group to make it easier to analysis. Yes, very easily, again, by only drag and drop 2009. Yeah, and you can change it, the name 2009 should change. Okay, yeah, you see it started from 2010. Okay, this one is a very easy example about grouping. You can, by grouping, exactly make a very brief data for your board of director. I think so. I am sure analysis of this data for them is much more easier. But still, keep this idea till the end of this tutorial. Then I will try to introduce more technique in Tableau for you. Let's jump to the next worksheet. Okay, let me change this one to the number of company, and in worksheet number 2, let me try to industry, for example. Yes, industries. Okay, I am going to show the number of company in each industry. Okay, it means I need, for example, let me change from column chart to bar chart in this one. Because of that, the number of record, I'm going to define the number of employee in each industry. My row is industry. Okay, it's my row. Good. And the number of employee is my it's my my column. But the point is, summation is good. It doesn't matter for me, summation or mean or average. Um, I'm looking for one segregation data, and yes, I'm looking to understand exactly how group work and how this affects segregations. Because of that, it doesn't matter for me sum or average or mean, but I think so average here would be much more meaningful in compared to sum. Because of that, you can put here average, medium, count, but I select average. I'm sure this one is much more better for me. To make it much more clear and increase its illustration, I make it a little bit smaller and let me sort it. Yes, maybe this one is better. The biggest on top and the shortest in on bottom. Okay, and maybe there is another. For example, um, example for grouping. For example, in board of director, asking, okay, I'm going to make a comparison between the number of employee in food industry with other industry. Again, you see, it's very easy. You can, for example, find the average of, you can find the average of employee in IT industry in compared to other industry. Do you see, for example, telecommunication is IT industry, IT services, and computer and hardware, and let me keep a software for my next example. Okay, again, you see here grouping option, sort option, but I'm going to group them. Yeah, just by one click, you see here, put all of them and make average from the number of employees in all three industry you want. If you are interested to change the name of that industry, let me put, for example, the name of this industry IT, and instead of this one, again, IT group. Okay, and IT group, and apply, and okay, yes, you see IT group, and but still is not clear. All are blue, little bit confusing. My eye doesn't know exactly which one should be should need more attention. It's very easy to change the color, but before that, let me, for example, you decide to add one more industry to this category, to this group. Again, IT group. I'm going to add one more industry to this average to make a next comparison. For example, software. Let's just drop and software added and apply, and okay, yeah, that's it. You don't see software here, and it's added to this industry. Perfect. Okay, and just let me, okay, maybe you are going to, for example, make it clear. Let me format, for example, you need bigger size, for example 12, and bold, and for example the color should be blue is not good, I think so here, pink maybe, no, yeah, okay, for example, that's it. And maybe you need the exact, because it's not clear for you. Okay, For example, retail is 210, 205. You need the label for each column. Do you see, for example, just you drag your average to label. Okay, and let's see, average employee back here, summation and average. Yep, that's it. Now you have label on your bar chart as well. Okay. Let's see where it doesn't have a label. Mark label automatically always show. Retail health. You know why? What's the main reason it doesn't have a label? Again, all of them should have a logically label. You see here all have a label, and it means this one also should have all label. Again, average. I don't know why this one doesn't have a label. Maybe because of size. Let me change again the size. Logically should have all of them label. Let me put it 11, 10. Okay, yes, because of size of my column, some label were hidden, but now all have label. Okay, that's it. But the point is, again, you're going to more detail. For example, you want to make a one different color for each. Color again. IT. Okay, put them here. Yeah, you can find. You can create different color for your bar chart, but still is not clear for us because different color doesn't mean okay each of them. You can edit color. For example, you can select all of them here, all to be blue except this one to make exactly to separate them and make some impact and attention. We are going to, for example, orange for this one. What happened here? Okay, oh, I didn't change this one. This one is blue. Apply. Yep. Okay. At the moment, just by one glance, you can find, okay, this IT group in compared to other is in which position in the market. Okay, that's it. That's it for grouping. At the next part, I'm going to talk about set. Okay, let's see. Okay. Before everything, let me ungroup this part. And at the moment, I'm going to explain set. For set again, let me select software, IT group, computer, and telecommunication. This time, instead of grouping, there is one option, create set. Let me select this option. Yes. Let me call this set as IT set. And the point is, okay, exit. Okay, IT set. Okay. Now you see one category is created here, Its name is IT set. The point of IT set is, for example, let me back to color edit. In color edit, let me select all together. Even this one and this. Okay, good. Do you see? For example, I'm going to change. I'm going to make any kind of change in this graph for IT industry. Do you know, in this time, instead of change all of them completely, or select all of them complete, just I drag my set to color, and you see suddenly all of them change, all color of them change it. It's saving my time, to save my time for province for convince board of director in a short time about any kind of comparison. It's the main purpose of set. You know, the main difference of group and set is group allow you to control metadata of your data, but set is the same filter. It's same as some kind of filter. You can put in your pocket this kind of defined set and carry around in different scenarios for your board of director. You can, for different purpose, deploy and use this in this set. It's just the point I bring it for you. It's useful for your next step. Let's bring one more example for you. In this example, let me try set. Okay, good. And I'm going to show you about growth rate. Let me bring another one about growth. Rename growth. For example, you are going to find the top 10 startup which with higher growth. In this purpose, you should at first bring the name of the company. Where is the name? Yes, as a row. Okay, and growth rate for 2017 as a column. But you know, I'm not looking for this type of data. If you remember in the last session, I told you shy away of using table. Sometimes table is the best for you to convey your message, because it's so precise and it's completely click to point and make it clear for you. Okay, how many percentage is the company growth? You know, this one, even if I sort it, is not very valuable for me. So the gap between companies is very small, and this minor gap and change is not helpful for me. Let me change my graph to different one. Okay, because of that, let me get right from percentage and let me, instead of put it on column, I put my growth in front of my name. Yes, that's it. Do you see at the moment I have the growth of each company in front of that, but the point is I'm looking for 10 top. And again, do you see a very small number so close to each other with a lot of 3 decimal? Let me improve and make it a little bit clear this number. We can click on this column. Just you can change just one of them to, for example, okay, I can format. Why doesn't work? Format. Okay. Copy, cross, view data. Maybe it's better I select all of them. Sheet. I think so. It's better I create grows from here. Rename grows. Duplicate it in folder description. Convert, create parameter. Parameter format. Gross rate. Yes. Default parameter. Yes, column, comment, total number format. And instead of decimal and number, I'm looking for percentage with no decimal. Yes, it's better for me. Percentage. And the point is at the moment I have a percentage instead of number, but I'm looking for so just let me put top as okay, top is on top, the biggest on the top. And still I told you, okay, sometimes you have to use a table, but beautiful table, not every table. It's not good. For example, you have one complex and non-beautiful table. But just let me bring one example for you about the usage of advantage of set. For example, even in this table, let me, for example, board of directors ask me, we need the top 10. This one is okay. Yes, this one is 3, 6, 9, 10. Okay, and I'm going to make a one set for them. The name of that is, for example, top 10 girls. So 10 girls. Okay, we have different. At the moment, I have, every time I don't need to spend time to calculate and select top 10. I have one set and I record all of them. Now I have all of them. Okay. This second set helped me for my next worksheet. Imagine I am going to, for example, find the best company between these 10 top. Because of that, the best graph to show in this purpose is tree map. For tree map, I have to just okay. I'm which company from that okay ID. Okay, and on the other hand, growth rate. Okay, here for detail. sorry, again summation get a ride. At the moment I have a tree map. I should drag and drop my grows on size. Okay, yes, that's it. It's for example the company number 2 has the smallest grows and this company has the highest grows. But the point is I'm not looking for a tree map of all company. It's very time consuming for me to find all of it. The best point is I can just by drag and drop the top company. Is that ID? This one summation didn't do it right again. Gross, sorry, that's this one. Where is that? Name of the company, ID detail, and grows as a size of the company. Okay, and just give me a second, and my top 10 grows as a filter of the company, but again show just one. What's the point of that? Maybe my filter has a problem. Edit set. Okay. Oh, only one company in my set. What's the problem? Let me back to this one. When I define my set, what was the problem? Okay, I set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Set create as a set. Oh yeah, that's it. Top 10 gross company only hope. Okay, let me get right from this drawing set and delete. Okay, yes. Okay, doesn't matter. Now let me again drop it here. Filter. Yes, you see, just only 10 company. I am looking for that. If the color is boring for you, you can change the color also. You can, for example, put grows on color, different color, or if you are looking for a label, for example, your label grows on label. If you are looking for example, ID of the company as label exact, at the moment you have, or maybe you need name is better for your label in compared to, just let me get a right from this one and this one. Okay, now I have only grows and yeah, do you see the advantage of the set at the moment? Okay, I know the top 10 of the company, the top 10 a startup in the market with the highest growth, and if ask anything in the board of director from me, I can carry this set on my pocket and deploy in any scenario and any challenge which will be happen in the boarding director meeting. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Yes, I don't think so. Anything more you need for this part as a set. Let me jump to the next part. Okay. Next part, I'm going to exactly a little bit close to the reality. Till now, most of our example was so easy. Okay, just let me jump to the next session. Okay. Um, Now, till now, we were talking about mostly static presentation, a static graph. The point is in maybe your meeting, one member of board of director asks you about, okay, why 510 company, maybe 10. It's a little bit time consuming to change the number and graph. It's better you produce one dynamic graph by only one click or changing one number as soon as possible, customize and generate the report what they are looking for that. The point is, let me back to growth rate. In this one, for example, you by highlight the top 10 and grouping, you define your tree map. But let's define different kind of setting. Because of that, I'm looking for one unique key. Name is good, but I think so because at the moment we have 1,000 name here, and it's a little bit hard for me to check and become sure, okay, all names are unique or not. But I'm 100% sure about ID. ID is my primary key and unique. Because of that, let's define my set base of ID. Because of that, directly not from the graph, from my dimension, I'm going to create a set. Do you see here, I can, by selecting the ID of the company which I'm looking for that, and define and put all of them in one set, create one new set. But still, even for 1,000 it's very boring. You're looking for a better way to define my top 10, 5 or 8 company with the highest growth. Let's try a new name for this one, growth dynamic top. Okay. We have let's at first select all company. I'm not going to condition at the moment. I'm going to top. Okay, by field, and I'm looking for top company, the top 10 company in terms of growth. Again, growth, and it's correct. And again, aggregation doesn't matter for us at the moment, and I can select every kind of aggregation, and yes, it's good for me. Okay, I create one new set. If I use this set instead of this top 10, my old one, if I replace this one, yeah, again I have one new tree map, but much more faster. For example, if you are going to gross dynamic top edit set, and instead of 10, okay, at the moment I'm looking for 5, apply. Okay, 5 company. Now I'm looking for top 20. Okay, top 20. Much more faster. You can organize and sort what they are looking for, that very fast in response to their request. Much more effective. Okay, it's the point. And I tell to you about the application of this dynamic set as well to you. But let me think which kind of subject is good for you now. If I want to speak more, okay, we talk about that dynamic one, and Let me back to my challenge. Okay. Oh, what happened? Yes, my dashboard, my visualization, Tableau, challenge. Okay. We mostly we cover growth, and we are able to present the top 10 growth in the market with the start up with the top growth in the market to the board of director. But now we are going to revenue and expense. Okay, go ahead. For this purpose, let's create one new worksheet. I think so. The best graph for me in this part of my challenge to present my KPIs is a scatter plot. Let's create this one. For my scatter plot, I am going to put in my horizontal axis my my expense. Where is expense? 2000. Okay, and in my vertical revenue. Yes, this one is my. But the point is, we don't want aggregation. Only one point. I'm looking just for a scatter plot. Because of that, I'm going to analysis aggregate measure. I don't want that. Okay, this one is my aggregation, but still it's very confusing. I don't know. Okay, which company? Maybe this one. No, because we are looking for less expense, high revenue. Maybe this company is the best for me. Maybe that one. Maybe this. It's not clear. The first point, based off our mindset, or if you remember the BCG matrix, this area, the first quarter, could be the best for us, defining the best company in this segment of our graph. But you see in our previous graph, the best area is here. Let us first make it clear. And adjust my graph. Because of that, I think so. Format is no. Just let me define my set again. That's one I'm looking for. Just let me at first create my best area. My board of director looking for example, the company with the high income. Yeah. Let me create one new set. But as I told you, the better I create my set on my ID because it's unique. And at the moment, in previous graph tree map, I was looking for top 10. Top icon was good for me, but now I'm looking for conditional selection. At the moment I am looking for revenue. For example, I'm looking for the high revenue. Summation doesn't matter, more than the company, its revenue is more than, for example, this one is revenue, for example, more than 10 million. I think so, yeah, 10 million, for example. That one is 1 million, 10 million, okay. Doesn't, no, okay, doesn't matter. Just let me define the name. Let me put, for example, the name is dynamic revenue. Okay, good. And let me dynamic revenue. My dynamic revenue is here, and yes, in 2011. You see, at the moment only I have the company with more than 10 million income revenue, but maybe better instead of a different color. No, I'm not looking for that one. Just give me yes. Do you see, at the moment I have all data, but highlighted my company with more than 10 million income. But let's try different one, because this one is good for income. Oh, just before that, let me show some point for you. For example, instead of circle one, yeah, we can change the shape here, or even you can, yes, that one is good. That one is also good, and edit, even for color. You can a little bit play with transparency here to make it a little bit clear. I think that the last one was better. Okay, yeah, that's acceptable. Yeah, that's it. This one is for create one dynamic. You see, for example, just let me back to my revenue set. For example, revenue edit set. I told more than 10 million. In your meeting, told you know more than 9 million. Apply. Okay, 9 million. Or maybe do you see bigger area? Or for example, no, more than 50 million. Apply. Yeah, just this company. Okay, that's it. Just let me define for you one more filter, one more set. The next set is about, I'm going to define for you expense. Okay, again based off idea as a one unique dimension, I am going to create a set, but my new set is by field expense 2015, summation doesn't matter, less than for example, I don't know, expense less than, for example, 6 million. 1 2 3 4 6. Okay, and go again. Okay, good. Okay, just that. Oh, I didn't change the name. Edit set, expenses, dynamic. Okay, and expensive dynamic. And okay, just let me put this one also here. Let me out this one, again one more time. Expense dynamic. Expense dynamic, what happened? Color. Yes. Do you see? All company with expense less than 6 million. Less than 6 million. Okay, again in board of director meeting ask you okay, we are looking for no less than 6, we are looking for less than 3 million. Okay, well, okay. Do you see it suddenly change for you and instantly you can see the result? Or even, for example, ask you know more than, for example, 1 million. Let's see, is there any less than 1 million? Yeah, there is still. Okay, just that. Okay, at the moment from our challenge we found okay how we can create less expense, higher revenue, more growth. But the point is we are looking for combination of at least 3 KPI or 2 KPI together. Let's try this one now for you. How can create combination? The point is to create combination. We are going to how we can combine those together. Okay, this here at the moment I am looking for combine the nature, the type of, the format of revenue and expense are same together, but growth is different dimension, different has a different dimension. Because of that, in this example, I am going to combine dynamic revenue and expense dynamic. Let's make a little bit this name more let increase the meaning of this name. Change the name with that name. Okay, or maybe that one is better. Okay, rename. What's that? Maybe now it's not possible to change the name. Let me go to expense rename. What happened? Why it doesn't work? Edit set. Okay. Growth of the dynamics work, but I'm going to edit set. Okay. Dynamic expenses. Okay, that's its name is better. Okay, and now I am looking for combine. Okay, I'm going to combine it dynamic expense with at the moment it's possible only combine dynamic expense set with dynamic revenue and dynamic gross dynamic top. But this one is meaningful for us. Just combination. Let me call this one combination. We have four different kind of combination. We are looking for just to see if, for example, select this one, it means in this one we have only dynamic revenue, no dynamic expense. Let's try combine color. Okay, do you see we have only less expense. Just let me edit. For example, here, if I high revenue. If I select this one, I should have only less expense. Yes. If I select this one, I should have all of them. Logically, yeah, high income, less expense. High income, less expense. But what I'm looking for that is the company with a less. Excuse me. Let me correct the last one. The last one was show all both set together. And no, the you know, it's it means this in this type bring to us all data. It doesn't matter that company has both condition together. The point is it has, if that company to be if that company has a startup has more expense, show me. If has, sorry, more in revenue, show me. If has less expense, again show me. But I'm looking for combination of both of them, less expense, simultaneously a high income. Because of that, this one is the best for me, and the only company has this condition is this one. Okay, this company is the best company for my board of director if you're looking for that. But if you remember, I told you it's a little bit meaningful graph. Sorry, maybe if I change a little bit, my graph would be better in terms of as I told you. Normally we are looking for the best company, the best startup on in this area, on top right, not down right. Maybe it's better we change our exit, and instead of let's reverse, I think so. Yeah, and yeah, at the moment it's okay. Yeah, you see, at the moment the best company will place it on top of my graph. Less expense, high income. Just by a little bit change in my criteria, in my condition, I can cover more company. For example, dynamic revenue, it's set. Dynamic revenue is less than, for example, more than, for example, 10. Apply. Okay. And my expense is less than, for example, 5. Again, okay. Apply. Good. This blue spot is a little bit looks better for me in compared to previous one. Based on my mindset, I am mostly looking for the best company on this area. Okay, it's all about dynamic set. Do you see? At the moment, you have every VPN in your meeting to produce and generate every kind of report which your board of director expect you. But the point is, even you can make your even you can make your graph much more better, much more faster. At the moment, this graph is useful only for you because you know about set, you know about group, you know about how to change the number of the group. But we are going to create a graph and dashboard for your user automatically by flipping number one parameter can change very easily the graph. Just let me make you familiar with create parameter. Let me create one parameter, for example. Just before that, let me back to tree map. Let me start from tree map. It's a little bit easier for you. Okay, create parameter, for example, and let me call this parameter, for example, gross parameter. Okay, let me call this one current value. It doesn't matter for me, 10. Just you can change it in future, doesn't matter. And then you can define one range for that. At the moment you have 1000 minimum maximum of that. Yes, it's okay. And yeah, I'm not my number is not float, mostly is integer. And okay, good. And now you have my parameter, but the point is, okay, the point is my parameter is okay, parameter control, it's my parameter, but you see at the moment it's not work, it's just one button without any effect and impact. Now I have to make a connection between my parameter and my graph. Do you see in this tree map, I create one set. That set is gross dynamic top. Gross dynamic top is here. Let me connect my gross dynamic one by with this. Let me connect this parameter and my set. Okay, I did apply. Okay, yes. You see at the moment my parameter. Let me change this one here. Okay, now it's clear. My parameter is active. Do you see? For example, I'm looking for 1072 company with the highest graphs. Or no, I'm looking for example 1. Or if it's not if you are not comfortable with this resolution, maybe it's better you go again to the parameter, and instead of 1000, let's try 100. Could be better. Yes, yeah, you see it's a little bit easier. Yeah, that's it. Do you see at the moment you have one dynamic tree map. By this dynamic tree map, exactly, you can pass your dashboard, your graph to your user, to your manager, and let's find their own result by themselves. Okay, it's this is tree map, and let's try this one for this as well. Okay, create a new parameter. This parameter is okay. Let me call this one cut off, for example, expense. Quick expense, float, current value, doesn't matter, for example 1000. Yes. Is it 1 million or 10 million? Yes, 1 million. Okay. The point is, even I can define the range. Range is 1 million is acceptable for me. Or set a field. You see my 2000 at the moment your expense. Okay, it's my range, and this range is okay. If 125, the float. Then I'm not looking for float. Float integer is better for me, and yes, we can play it in this range, or maybe if you want to make it easier, we can play it in this range 0 10 million. Okay, and this one from just let me check again. Revenue 0, put 0. Okay, and step size, okay, doesn't matter. Okay, that one is expense, and just let me check. Okay, 10 revenue. Okay, change, and my expense 11. Okay, good. Yeah, just let me cut off revenue, create new one, cut off revenue. Again, I'm looking for range from 2015 revenue. Let's again from 0 or till 16 0 0 0 1 2 3 0 range float, that one. Okay, that's correct. And again, I'm looking for integer number, doesn't matter for me. Float, yeah, that's it. It's no. Okay, and now let's okay, just let me show. Okay, let's show cutoff, show again cutoff expense, and still you have cutoff expense. And where is cutoff revenue? Show parameter control, cutoff expense. Okay, and cutoff revenue. What's the problem of cutoff revenue? Doesn't show the cutoff revenue. To shit. Just let me see. I think there is a one problem here. Cutoff revenue, different name, everything's fine. Integer, number, range, integer, and current value. Current value is 1, but it doesn't matter. Current value, we can put revenue. Current value is, for example, 10 million. Okay, so 10 million is 10 million, 1 million, 10 million. And okay, my minimum range is 0 0 is acceptable. Okay, good. And cut off expense, cut off revenue, show revenue. Oh yeah, that's it. Okay, cut off revenue. Okay, I have it. Good. And the point is, same as the last example, I'm going to make connection between both of them. Do you see again in this graph, it doesn't connect to any set, and it's meaningful for us. Because of that, I have to make a connection expense to my set, dynamic expense. Just let me edit set. At the moment, this sorry, top is not okay for me here. And in this condition, also same as previous one, I don't have any option to select. I need a little bit programming here, very easy programming to make a connection. What I need here is at the moment, let's start with income at the first. Income, set income, edit, formulation, aggregation of 2015, 2000. Revenue 2015 revenue. Okay, this one should be greater. My income should be a summation of my income down that year should be more than my cut of revenue. My cut of revenue. Okay, apply. Syntax error, maybe you are missing an operator. What's the point of that? Summation, maybe I missed one parenthesis, I think so. Apply. Bad character. Why bad character? What happened again? Some expense, 2015, cut of revenue, 2015, summation. And oh yes, let's try this one. Okay, and apply. Yes, okay, good. This one at the moment I connect revenue, and let me connect expense, edit set, and again formulation to connect my expense again. Again, aggregation of 2015 expenses. Okay, less than my cut of expense. What's my cut of expense? 2000. No, sorry. Cut of expense. Yes. Apply. Perfect. Okay, it works. Okay, good. Now you see. Now it's dynamic. Do you know exactly you can change very easily with your number, and very fast you are ready in your board of director to answer to every question very fastly. Okay, perfect. And from now on, I think so you are ready for everything, because you exactly are ready to target what your for example, maybe in board of director ask you, we are looking for high income, for example, more than 15, more than 12, and less income. Maybe the best, I think so based of this test, the best company is this one. Yeah. Yes. Big data, full data. Yeah. Bethesda company. Yes, this one is the best one. And then you can put the label on that also. Okay, I think so nothing's left except the last point about your dashboard. Just the point is, okay, we have, for example, imagine you are looking for your dashboard. Sorry, not this one, let me delete. There is one icon here called new dashboard. Okay, in your dashboard, it's very easy. You can only by drag and drop. You have uh, one graph here, another one in scatter. We have a scatter one here. Maybe it's better to move this one, and let me put this one here. Please. Okay, please. Okay, and then you can change your bigger size for this one. Good, looks better. Or maybe you can play with your color. Maybe you can put this one is here. Good. And trim up. Okay. Good. And yeah. Yes. Yes. This one could be one dashboard for you. You can share your dashboard to your manager, and your manager directly can play with your data, and you can show them exactly the company has the highest growth, 9 top of the market, and yes, and then you can show which of them has the highest revenue, which of them has the less revenue. Yes, I think so. Now you did. Just don't forget to save your result. Yeah, you can save your result. Report dashboard. Okay, just let me maybe here it's better. No. Benchmarking, for example, test. Test Tableau. Okay, now it's ready. Now you have one dashboard. Or even if you like, you can put your growth rate, your table also here. It doesn't matter. If you like, you can put this one also here. Just let me play with this. Yes. What happened? You see, let's finish our tutorial here, but by playing with this size, with this graph, you can make several change. I think so. Here is not good for this one. If you are looking for good table in your graph, maybe better find a different place for them. I don't know, I think so it's moved to here, yes. And then you can change the color, and you can do several changes in your so you can make it better, you can make it much more clear. Now you have your own dashboard based off the research, based off the challenge which defined by your company. Let me bring the next time the challenge. Prezi. Yes, I'm going to review this part, dashboard, the visualization, Tableau. This one is your challenge, and this one is your dashboard. Okay. And now, based of this challenge, you can find simultaneously high revenue startup and with low expense and cost and high growth. And in the board of director, you have all weapon to customize and change your dashboard based off their need and then based on what they need. And the point is, your dashboard is so easy. You can even assign your dashboard to your manager, and manager very easily can uh, work with them and adjust uh, data and data with what he is looking for that. Okay, thank you. Good luck. I hope you all install this software, and also it's free for a student. And hope you find it good. Thank you. Take care. Bye.